Take a look around you. The average person wakes up to an alarm on their phone, checks social media before getting out of bed, spends 8 hours staring at screens, navigates with GPS, orders food without speaking to another human, watches endless short-form videos, falls asleep with Netflix playing, and repeats the cycle the next day. And somehow, we're surprised that anxiety, depression, loneliness, and attention problems are skyrocketing. What if the problem isn't us? What if we simply built a world that our brains were never designed to live in? For over 90% of human history, we lived as hunter-gatherers. Our brains evolved in small tribes surrounded by nature, facing immediate challenges and required focus, memory, cooperation, and movement. Then in just a few hundred years, a blink in evolutionary time, we created cities, smartphones, social media, artificial intelligence, and an economy designed to compete for every second of our attention. Evolution moves slowly, technology moves exponentially, and our brains are struggling to keep up. Our brains run on dopamine. Despite popular belief, dopamine isn't simply the pleasure chemical. It's more accurately the chemical of anticipation and motivation. It evolved to reward behaviors that improved overall survival. Finding food, building relationships, learning useful skills, exploring new environments. Each reward required effort, but modern technology completely changes that equation. Today, your brain can experience hundreds of rewarding stimuli before breakfast. Every notification, every like, every swipe, every new video, every text message, every meme, every level in a game, every online purchase. Every one of these gives your brain a tiny burst of dopamine. Individually, they're small. Collectively, they're overwhelming. Apps aren't just entertaining. They're engineered to keep you engaged. Infinite scrolling, autoplay, variable rewards, and endless recommendations all capitalize on psychological principles that encourage repeated use. Over time, many people find slower, less immediately rewarding activities. Reading a book, practicing an instrument, studying, even having a long conversation feels less stimulating by comparison. It's not that these activities have become objectively worse. It's that our baseline expectations for stimulation may have shifted. Attention is becoming one of the most valuable resources on Earth, because whoever controls your attention controls your time. Studies have found that frequent task switching, constant notifications, and heavy media multitasking are associated with poorer sustained attention and reduced working memory performance. You can feel it. Reading a 10-page chapter feels harder. Watching a 2-hour movie without checking your phone feels difficult. Even conversations often compete with buzzing pockets. Our ancestors had to focus, tracking animals, making tools, remembering plants, navigating forests, watching for predators. Attention wasn't optional, it was survival. Today we're training ourselves to abandon focus every few seconds. Every notification teaches the brain that interruption is normal. Eventually, silence begins to feel uncomfortable. Think about the last time someone gave you directions. Years ago, you'd actually have to memorize them. Take a left at the gas station, right at the church, second exit on the roundabout. You'd build a mental map. Today, you type an address into Google Maps, turn left in 400 feet, turn right in 200 feet, arrived. You reach your destination and often couldn't get there without the GPS. The technology is incredible, but it quietly removes the need to build internal maps. The same thing happens with spelling. Autocorrect and autofill fix mistakes before we even notice them. You don't need to remember, rather necessary has one C or two. Your phone remembers. Phone numbers, your contacts remember. Birthdays, your calendar remembers. Facts, search engines remember. Each individual convenience is harmless, but collectively, we're outsourcing more and more cognitive work to our devices. The less often we practice certain mental skills, the less automatic they can become. Technology extends our capabilities, but it can also reduce how often we exercise some of our own. Artificial intelligence is one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. It can summarize books, write essays, generate code, answer questions. The benefits are enormous, but there's an important question hiding underneath all of this. If AI does more of our thinking, will we do less? Learning isn't just about getting the right answer, it's about struggling through the wrong ones. That struggle strengthens reasoning, memory, and problem solving. If every obstacle disappears instantly, so does much of the opportunity to develop those skills. Imagine hiring someone to lift weights for you. The weights still get lifted, but you never become stronger. AI can absolutely make people more productive, used thoughtfully. It can enhance learning. But if it replaces thinking rather than supports it, people may become more dependent on the tool and less practice at solving problems independently. Like calculators before it, the technology isn't inherently harmful. How to use it matters. Technology hasn't just changed our brains, it's changed our relationships. For most of history, people met within relatively small communities. You knew the people around you, relationships developed over time. Now, thousands of potential partners fit inside your pocket. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as the paradox of choice. When options become nearly unlimited, choosing and feeling satisfied with the choice can become more difficult. Instead of investing in one person, people may keep searching. Instead of working through imperfections, people can feel tempted to replace rather than repair. Social media compounds this by constantly presenting idealized versions of other people's lives and relationships. When your own relationship is compared against everyone else's highlight reel, real life can seem disappointing. Technology didn't invent relationship problems, but it has changed the environment in which relationships form, and in some cases, it encourages comparison, distraction, and the feeling that endless alternatives are available. Here's the strange part. We have more ways to communicate than any generation before us, yet many countries report rising rates of loneliness. We can message anyone instantly, video call across continents, share every moment online. But digital connection isn't always the same as physical presence. Our brains evolved around eye contact, shared meals, touch, silence, body language, communities. 1,000 online followers cannot replace sitting around a fire with people who genuinely know you. We have endless entertainment, unlimited food, climate-controlled homes, instant answers, music on demand, cars, medicine, electricity, knowledge beyond anything previous generations could imagine. By almost every material measure, life has improved dramatically. Yet happiness hasn't risen in lockstep. Because humans didn't evolve simply to consume comfort. We evolved to overcome challenges, to move, to build, to struggle, to solve problems, to belong. Many modern conveniences reduce friction, and that's often a good thing, but when nearly every challenge disappears, we may lose some of the satisfaction that comes from overcoming them ourselves. In conclusion, technology isn't evil. You're probably watching this video because of technology. Medical advances save millions of lives. GPS prevents people from getting lost. AI can accelerate research. The internet gives anyone access to nearly all humanity's knowledge. None of these inventions are the enemy. The problem is forgetting that our brains are still ancient. They were shaped from movement, nature, close relationships, focused work, delayed gratification, and genuine human connection. Modern technology is one of humanity's greatest achievements. But if we ask our Stone Age brains to navigate a world where they never evolved to expect, maybe the solution isn't abandoning technology. Maybe it's remembering what kind of creatures we are. Because the future isn't about becoming less human. It's about making sure our tools don't slowly convince us to stop acting like humans in the first place. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.